porn is deadly. Don't use it. So before I tell you anything, how porn is dangerous, which you probably should know that it is dangerous for you, let me tell you my story. So my story is that I'm 6th grade, 5th grade, and I recently found about porn. My brother might hate me for this, but I found out porn. Actually, I found like more. Basically, I guess the first thing that I ever saw was, I guess back in somewhere around 2nd grade, 3rd, 4th. I was looking on my phone and I was basically scrolling. I was like seeing what this phone is about, and I really like I was about to turn into an iPad kid, but I was looking through the phones. No, I was looking through the phone that my mom got, and I was looking at YouTube, and the first thing that I got was basically some. If you know the franchise Five Nights at Freddy's, so I was scrolling and then I found like a Five Nights at Freddy's video. It was like the animatronics, and they were doing like something weird. They were like kissing the screen, and it was very weird. You can search it up, but I was like, oh, what's that? So I clicked on it, and after watching, I was like, ooh, let me go in the room and make sure no one's watching. So then I just started like watching a lot of those. Not a very good start, and the way how I did found like to the website is I was going through. I was like going through the settings. I didn't know what this was, but I was going through the settings of the phone and I disabled YouTube by accident. I didn't know what I was doing, but I disabled YouTube and it didn't work anymore. So what I did was trying to go on the browser, which I could have probably searched up YouTube there, but I was trying to search up for videos. Like I was like searching for videos. I tried to search up YouTube. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure why I didn't just search up YouTube, but so I was searching up YouTube. I didn't actually really search up YouTube, but I was like typing into the search bar videos, and I started putting Y videos, and then it reached to X. Don't search it up if you're a Jeffrey, but I found that website and I saw a urinal. I'm not gonna go too into detail, but it was very disgusting, and then my brother was there too, so I apologize to my brother that I accidentally found it. I mean, it's still my fault, but I started looking at it. My brother went to sleep. Oh, hold on, there's a bug, but so I went to sleep. No, well, my brother went to sleep, and I stayed up watching those videos, and I got addicted to it basically. Until just one random time I just stopped it. And then somewhere around more in the past, well, more further time, it's like 5th or 6th, I see my brother trying to fap, and he said go do it yourself, which was the most Jeffrey move that he could do. So I went to go try it out, and I'm not gonna go into detail how it was, but at first it felt really nice, I'm gonna be honest, but then it got really more addicting. I was trying to do it more. If you've been addicted to it, I think you can know what I mean. So he started doing it a lot more. I started doing it a lot more, and this is when my 5th grade year, the year where my friends betrayed me and all that stuff. And then I just started doing it a lot more often, like every single day, 3 times a day. And I got really more tired. I mean, I was already staying up, but then it just made me tired. I mean, there used to be times where I stay up and fap 3 times, which was really horrible. And then 7th grade, I'm still doing it at least every day because no girls liked me. And that's when I found out about like no fap and stuff. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing this because it just like fapping makes you lose. So I'm gonna stop doing it. Then the next day, I relapse, and then I would do it for another day. But then no, after I relapse, I would do it again because why not? And then there would be one day where I don't do it. Next day, and yeah. And then I used to go for a week, and then I would do it again, and then it would be another week to do it, or maybe even sometimes random. It just kept going on and on. But then now, I mean, to be honest, I did look at porn, I'm gonna be honest, and it was very disgusting, honestly. But I felt like I was so low at that point, so that's why I did it. And that's still my fault, but so I recently looked at porn, and honestly I couldn't just really bear it. But then like I don't know what happened that just made me keep watching. It was just me. I mean, I didn't look at it for at least 3 months, and it was, I mean, at first it was disgusting. I was scared, but then it got normal, and then I got disgusted at it again. So basically, fapping and watching porn is dangerous for you. You lose, like, basically your semen is basically when you're, it's the thing that like basically drives you. Imagine if two people were running, okay, it's gonna be a very wild example, but two people were running and one guy was full and the other guy wasn't full. They just fapped, and then they run. Who do you think is gonna win or even keep going more? Probably the guy who has it, not the guy who has it. And you just, I mean, when you're beginning, of course it feels nice, but then once you start doing it a lot more, you feel more of a loser, to be honest. Like, the dangers of it is, like, it's hard to look at women. I mean, you basically probably get a lot more fantasies, and you probably start dreaming a lot more about women. And I mean, if your sexual attraction is good, but then when you start dreaming about it too much, you start becoming more needy. And I'm pretty sure this is where I started becoming more needy. Like, I just want to release. But, you know, degeneracy isn't even worth it. You know, my previous video, I was talking about degeneracy isn't worth it. Even Hamzas says you're basically masturbating, like, by yourself, but it's just with another woman. Like, there's nothing much different about it. And it's the same thing with porn. I mean, porn is less dangerous because you're not actually like doing it with another woman, but it just feels very lonely, you know. So, how do you stop it? Well, you can't really say you're gonna stop it now. You can't say that, okay, this is the day I'm gonna stop it. Trust me, I've said that. Other people have said that. It doesn't work. If you just say, I'm gonna stop doing it, because you're just gonna fall back into it. It's like if you meditate for a lot more, you're gonna meditate for, like, even if you completed your meditation, you're gonna still do it at least one time, like another time, maybe. I'm not that advanced, but it won't help you just to like count it off here. Don't keep streaks on, like, oh, okay, so I did on no fap for 5 days, and then because you're saying that you're on no fap, that you need to control yourself to not fap, but why don't you just start believing that you aren't the fapper? Why don't you just start believing that you are this guy who doesn't fap? And of course he will fall back, but I'm pretty sure it'll be more longer. And don't worry about basically if you fail, because that's still progress. If you didn't even do it for 1 day, you've been doing it for 3 days. Sure, it's not that much, but you've made some progress. And if you keep doing this over the year, of course you keep failing, you keep come back and fail, and come back. That's major progress from last year. So if you do fail at fapping, well, you do fap one time, don't hurt yourself about it, because you did more better than last year. You stayed more consistent. You should be proud of that. You shouldn't have the ego that where, oh, I can just do it for 365 days, even though I've been doing it for 3 years straight. It doesn't work like that. You have to like come back and forth. It goes up and then it goes down really low, then it goes really high, then it goes really low. I think it went for me really low, but I think it's gonna start going. No, it is gonna start going up. But really, so number one. Actually, I just forgot about them. So the 3 things that I was telling you: don't count streaks. It's okay if you fail. Like basically, it's okay if you mess up and then you come back and then you do it. It's okay. And number 1, I forgot about it, but I'll play it right here. But you should keep that in mind. I'll leave a video on Hamzas Full Willpower Guide to porn, video games, like junk food. I'll leave that there for you to watch. Well, I'm pretty sure you know that why porn isn't good for you. Maybe right now, if you're doing it right now, please stop. It's not worth it to do that for days and days, and you'll regret it. Trust me. It's more better to do it for women that you actually love. Alright. Do the right thing and don't give up. Oh, no one's there, man. I'm pretty late, but alright. Take care.